All right, guys, we are out here with the Savage Impulse in 308. This is a straight pull rifle and supposedly one of the only big caliber American-made straight pulls in the market. Pretty dang cool to have. Big shout out to Smoky Mountain Guns and Ammo for sending this to us to play with. We also have this one paired with the Eotech Vudu 1x8 and the worn cantilever mount here. Just got my new Bog Death Grip tripod in. So this is going to be very useful for what we're doing today. And today we're going to shoot a couple different kinds of ammo. First one up is the Federal Fusion 150 grain soft point. What we're going to do, guys, we've got a target down there at 50 yards. And we're going to shoot several different kinds of ammo with the Aero Precision Lahar suppressor on here and see how our groupings are just changing the ammo. We have this almost dialed in at 100 yards from our last trip out to Sweetwater. It is slightly off, but it is good enough to where if we aim in the same spot, we should get a decent grouping out of it by doing that test. So let's see how it does suppressed 150 grain and then move on to the deck. Guys, there's our target down there. We are shooting at 50 yards. We got 3 shoot and sees. Even though we could shoot and see with the infinity target, we are gonna kind of give us a little bit better grouping on the shoot and see so that we can see what our actual deviation is and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and put the mag in, drop the bolt. Okay, we got 3 rounds of 150 grain soft point here. All right, the Fusion, we're gonna go for the bottom shoot and see. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put this baby right dead center on all 3 shots. Here we go. Okay. That one was just a tad bit high, but I think I'm touching red. So let's do the same thing. And one more. Wow. All 3 right in about the 11 o'clock position on that target. So really, really dang close. Also got my thermometer out here, guys. We're gonna see how hot this baby gets. So 92 degrees on me. Suppressor is up to 120, about 130, 140 degrees right here out toward the tip. As it comes in, cools down. Barrel is still sitting at under 100 degrees. So pretty dang cool. Next one we got, guys, is the Sig Sauer Elite Performance Ammunition. This is 150 grain as well and moving at about 2,800 or 2,900 feet per second. So let's take 3 of these bad boys and see what our grouping on those will be. All right, Sig Sauer, 150 grain, Elite Performance. We're gonna go for the middle target on this one. Okay, aiming dead center. All right. No left to right on that one. That was dead center, just high. Let's try again. Oh, I pulled that one left. We're not going to count that one. Let me get one more. Felt myself pull it as soon as I pulled the trigger on that one. Okay. One more. Yeah, those are moving around quite a bit. First one was money. Other three, the second one I pulled for sure, but the other two, even with some good focus and trigger press, they also were quite a bit high. So I'm gonna try one more. Let's see how hot that suppressor and barrel is here. We're getting up to about 195 now on the suppressor, so that could have something to do with it as far as the deviation goes, but we're gonna try one more, and then we'll let it cool down for a few minutes. Huh? Let's go check it out. All right, so far, all right, so here was the first three. We got 1, 2, 3, all within the red at about the 11 o'clock position, about 2 inches high, 2 inches left roughly. So the grouping there is phenomenally well with the cold barrel. When we came up here, actually got a couple more closer than I thought. It was just hard to see. This was the first one. This was the second one I pulled. These were the next two, and then this was the last one. So I might have pulled all three of those because that last two, or that last one compared to that first one, is pretty dang good. So I think what we'll do is we'll load 3 more SIGs once this barrel cools down, and kind of aim down here somewhere and see how close we can actually get them. And then a clean one to try another round here in just a second. Still at about 140 at the middle. I think it's good enough, guys. We're gonna try it just to see if these 3 Sig Sauer Elite Performances can group a little bit better for us. All right. What we're gonna do, we're gonna aim, since they're all going high, we're gonna aim for the bottom ring, dead center. Try to put it right on the line. Okay, we got one more 150 grain here. These are the Norma Whitetail. These bad boys moving about 2,600 feet per second. We're going to shoot 3 of them as well. Just keep in mind, we do probably have a hot barrel and hot can after shooting those 3 as quickly as we did. The grouping was a lot better though, I'll tell you that much. Right now, temperature wise, we are at about 160, right there it said 190. Yeah, right in the middle there at about the 3rd line, we're looking at almost 200 degrees. So Norma Whitetail 308, also 150 grains. So all 3 rounds have been 150 grains. Just 3 different brands. And we're gonna go for the top circle on this one and just aim dead center bullseye. I don't think I see that one, unless it didn't leave a splatter. Okay. Okay, we'll try 2 more of those. Actually, let's just go ahead and do 3 more, because I believe this could be contributed to me. I'm not the greatest marksman, so even with a tripod, there's still quite a bit of movement going on for me. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Let's go check and see how that does. Coming back to the original. Remember, this is the Federal, and this will actually show you a little bit better here. So if you see those holes, all 3 would be touching my fingertip. I'll put it on there, right? So, these were the first all over the place with the Sig Elite. These 3 were the last 3 I shot. So we were definitely hanging left a little bit on everything, right? We got left here high, left here, but I was aiming here. So all 3, let's see, if I put my finger, okay, we're just a slightly little bit bigger grouping. Let's say 2 fingernails for that 3 round group, and only 1 fingernail down here for the Federal. Now, when we're taking a look at what we just shot, which was the Norma, this was my first one, this was my second one, and then this was my third one. And I put another 3 in, 1, 2, 3. So I don't have the most consistent, but these are a lot closer. So if we're doing size-wise, we're at about $50 when we compare those last 3 rounds. So 1 fingernail, 2 fingernail, sorry, 1 fingernail, 2 fingernails, $50. But not bad. A little bit of science for you guys on this review. 50 yards with the Savage Impulse in 308. And we've got roughly at the most about a 3-inch deviation left on the worst one, which I could have pulled because these other 2 are pretty dang close. So everything is holding pretty steady. I would say we're still good out to about 100 yards. Probably need to get our 0 dead on at 100 to move on any further, because going out to 250, 350, 500, all that stuff, this could get a little hairy pretty dang quick. But so far, that's what we got. Federal Fusion, 150 grain. Sig Elite Performance, 150 grain. Norma Whitetail, 150 grain. Science, baby. At 175 right now. $50-yard target. We've got a less than an index card size head box down there. So our goal here is to put all 4 in the head box as close to each other as possible. All right, we got 4 rounds in it this time. Hold that one. All right. mirage is pretty bad now coming off that suppressor. So I'm guessing we're way up there now. Yeah. 300. 344 degrees is my max reading on the suppressor right now. So that is pretty dang hot. We do not have any in-cap strikes, anything like that we got to worry about. She is just hot. So pretty dang sweet, guys.